Do you dare me to record the entire vlog wearing this helmet? If I could walk out in public like this, I would. I mean, I probably could, but some stores would probably say, no, sir, you can't wear a mask. I might have been able to get away with this a few years ago when everybody was wearing masks. They didn't say that it couldn't be a whole head mask. I mean, that's technically what this is. I can still breathe through this thing. Mostly. Wait a minute. Did I remember to poke holes in the helmet? I did not! I'm force choking myself! Send help! Send help!
It kind of looks like the Eye of Sauron. Maybe that's what Sauron did after his fall. Licensed his image for tissue dispensing. These things work well. I've yet to cough, and I've had my cold for 4 days now. Jedi made the most amazing paper chain and used tape for her new cafe decorations. I'm going to have to teach her how to use a stapler. When I made paper chains as a kid, about her age, I ended up stapling my finger. Not to a paper chain, though. I guess I really wasn't that coordinated. Maybe I shouldn't teach her how to do that after all. I mean, because you don't want to follow my technique. I can't even eat my hash browns because I'm talking with my hands. Well, hand. I can't use my other hand because it's holding onto the phone. You know what I'm saying? You try talking without your hands. Go ahead, try. I dare you. Leave a comment without your hands. Yeah, huh? Not easily done, is it? I'm not hungry anymore. Y'all know that I love a good bargain, so when I found this at 50% off the other day, I passed on it. I thought, I'm fine. I don't need it. And then today, when I happened to be walking down the toy aisle, as I normally do when I walk into any store, I found these at 70% off. Then, when I checked out after getting the Ewok, Chopper, and... Sorry, Ewok. Where is it? There we go. A Loth Cat, it rang up with a buy one, get one free. That actually rang up as buy one, get two free. So I got these three, each at 70% off, plus two of them for free. So I got those three for like $3.50 total, which is crazy. I'm like, oh my God. It's like the universe is telling me to get this. Yeah, it looks like a lip balm, doesn't it? But I have not been using it as a lip balm. Instead, I've been using it as a nose balm. My nose has been so sore from all the tissues I've been going through and blowing stuff out. I mean, I've got allegedly tissues with lotion, but I don't think they packed enough lotion in the tissues. Either that or I'm going through higher than average amounts of tissues. Oh man, this actually works well. I didn't have any Vaseline, which is what I was going to go for, but this actually worked out a little better. I just have to remember not to use this like on my lips. So I'm going to have to like mark it with like nose balm. Why don't they make nose balm? They make lip balm. It's like the same part of the face. Have you ever tried this before? You should give it a shot. It really works. It's soothing. I thought I could come up with a better word, but I guess not. I get it? I guess snot. That I didn't mean to do. Or maybe I did. This is incredible. At some point over the past couple of weeks, my ISP decided to almost double my upload speed. That's almost unheard of. I started and I couldn't stop. And now I have a small array, a team, if you will, of Lego space people. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but since when did I know what I was going to do with anything? Should I keep going with other colors? What colors might I try next? Because, I mean, can't stop at just 3. I'm glad you like that chair. Jedi never really sat in it. At least it's getting some use. And the good news is you'll be able to use that indefinitely, as opposed to Jedi, who has likely already outgrown it. So I guess we're going to keep the small chairs around for a while. You're going to live forever, right? I keep waiting for something exciting to happen, but nothing exciting is happening. This is life. Normal life. Oh no! Something exciting is happening now. I can't shut the thing. It's not working. Oh, what could it be? It's because I have too many pods in the chamber. Yeah, so I gotta dump that. Oh man, life is just so hard. Whew. Something interesting finally happened. Remember CDs? I still have CD players, like the one that CD is sitting on. That CD is a CD I'm going to be listening to at some point over the next week. She needs her ice cream. The pieces of POW are now done, so I'm going to assemble 12 of them, I hope. And I believe all the colors I chose to use turn out well. I'm a Jedi, officially. Got the symbol on. I don't know if I have many Jedi symbol shirts, now that I think about it. Yeah, for real. This shirt came as a surprise, as well as the other surprises that came as a part of the care package that UFly and Eclipse Empire sent the other week. I didn't really have an opportunity to wear it. Yes, I could have worn it, but today I'm going to be interviewing someone who's been pushing the envelope in terms of social media and the future of social media, specifically what's known as the Fediverse. So instead of going through centralized platforms that we probably all go through, any social media site that you use is probably centralized, unless you're using something like Mastodon or maybe even Threads, now that Threads connects to the greater Fediverse, because Threads belongs to Meta. Meta is Facebook, Instagram, etc. So the future of social media is actually federated, open, and interoperable. So instead of centralized entities controlling what you do, what you see, how you experience it, where that data lives, where you can take it. Effectively, you would be in control. That's the idea behind the Fediverse. And the Fediverse isn't just a Twitter replacement. It's really a social media in its entirety replacement, or could and should be over time. So we're just in the beginning stages of what the Fediverse has the promise to be. So anyway, I'm going to be interviewing him as a part of the series I've been doing as a work for hire, I guess a creator for hire, a freelancer, currently doing that for the New Stack, which is a website that you may or may not have heard of, depending on if technology is your industry. Maybe it isn't. Am I the only one that pays attention to technology? I might very well be. Anyway, so I thought I need to wear a nice shirt. He thought that we could talk about the rebellion in relation to the Empire, and we could start it by, wearing helmets or something. Like, oh, I've got a Rebel helmet I could wear. Poe Dameron's helmet that was up there. There we go. Poe Dameron's helmet. Glad I had that. Ow, ow, ow. My hand doesn't want to move that way. Oh, geez. Why did I do that? Speaking of tech, Microsoft is allegedly going to bake into Windows the ability to have it capture and recall anything and everything you did on screen. Like capturing a successive series of screenshots so that you could go back to them at some point. And maybe it's just me, but that sounds like a horrible idea.
It basically takes a snapshot, like a screenshot every so often of what you're doing on your computer. So it's watching what you're doing on your computer no matter what. So if you're browsing web pages, or you're in Word, or you're doing this, you're doing that. So it gives you when you go looking for something in search, it's like an instant search and it will find it. And it's like search on steroids, really. But the problem is like it's taking pictures of everything I'm doing.
Literally everything that's on your screen.
It's like somebody hitting print screen and taking clipboard and putting it somewhere. But it's encrypted and it's apparently running local on the system. But everybody's like, but Microsoft Windows anymore, that's not the track record that you've had, because of the fact that everything anymore, they want to spy on you with everything, right? Like, my God, when you go to install Windows, you go through a list of stuff of, do you want this on or off? And if you turn this on, we will be able to serve you up more ads that are more tailored to you and all that. And everybody's just like off. And they've also been noted for, you got me revving on this already, but any of these things you turn off, you're worried about, because they've already been noted for when a Windows update comes down the road, that some of them magically turn on again. And they're able to do it because they've changed the feature enough that it's a new feature again. And then you don't know because it's blindly turned it on you in the background. So they're saying, well, it sounds scary and creepy. That's what's his name? Nadella? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Nadella.
Yeah. He's basically saying, well, yeah, I know that sounds creepy and all that, but because it does, dude. And two, you can't tell me Microsoft isn't going to start looking at that and then selling that data off, because Windows to you guys now, that's what you're doing. It's really upsetting me about where they're going and where they're taking the Windows operating system now. It really is just a drag. Like for everything that they keep doing now has got to do with like data collections and all this sort of stuff, and they're bringing it blindly in. And it's like, oh, isn't this a great feature? But like, even if it's not Microsoft doing it and taking your data or whatever, which is say they're not doing, which I don't believe that will be always the case, maybe up front and then secretly behind the scenes they change things, because that's how they roll it in. But the other thing is how is this could be used against me when you're taking pictures of everything? Like I'm doing online banking. That is just a recipe for disaster. Oh. And to not just make it an application that says, well, I can uninstall it. They're baking it into the operating system.
I trust the fact that it's encrypted and it's local. I get that. Well, even Apple recently kind of caught flack because deleted images locally on like iOS devices were being undeleted.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put on a tinfoil hat and everything. So it's code, right? But that's to your point. It's code. And so mistakes can happen.
Right.
That's my concern with the idea of a Windows recall.
Well, it's an exploit waiting to happen. Like that'll get exploited right away.
Hope you don't mind. I just decided to snapshot a moment from live.pirillo.com. You know, the 24/7 Twitch stream where geek conversations often break out. Sponsored by StreamYard, just like MakerDeck 24/7. A makerspace where you could watch people 3D printing from all around the world. I'm always doing geeky things. Come hang out with me. You know, if you've got the time. What? Atari acquired Intellivision? Pow. That's his name. Pow. This ought to be good, I think. Oh wait, it's Australian. There we go. Much better.
Yeah, I do like licorice. All kinds of non-black licorice. But the reason why I got this licorice today is so that I could take some sinus congestion medicine for my runny nose. Because it's been running. And there's one thing I don't like, is things that run. I don't run, I walk. Why can't my nose just walk briskly? Would totally understand that. This has got a daytime and a nighttime option. And I might end up taking the nighttime option during the day. Don't tell anyone! Do I take the red pill or the blue pill?
Why am I wearing these shoes, which I haven't really worn in a while, as opposed to my loafers, which I love wearing? My socks had been getting waterlogged, so I needed to get a new pair of shoes. These are obviously not them. These just came in. They are charcoal colored and allegedly waterproof, which is kind of important in the Pacific Northwest. There we go. Nice fit. I think there's something extra in there. Oh, I'm squeaking. Cool. Oh, did you see the shoes that suck? Right there. They suck. I might put them on in summer, or certainly when it's not raining. Oh, this is why I was getting waterlogged. Okay, never mind. They're trash. I had a friend bring up a number the other day, and she suggested that it had some kind of significance. Didn't think much of it. Driving away from an event that I went to 2 days ago? Yeah, in Bellevue, and looked down, and the number that she had mentioned was there, 144. That was the amount of miles that I had left in my range. Okay, interesting. Last night, get up to use the bathroom, and happened to glance up at the clock to see what time it was as I came back to bed. 144. I took a picture of that to send to her saying, okay, interesting. Today, I went in to get my coffee, to have it, ground so that I could use it at home. And I checked to see how many stars I had left to see if I could get it for free, because you can exchange stars for free product. And the barista said, nope, you're at 144. 144, 144, 144. Do you know the significance of 144?
According to science, how stuff works.
In conclusion, the 144 angel number is a powerful symbol of spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and manifestation. It signifies that you are on the right path and that the universe is guiding and supporting you.
Thank you, universe. I've needed the guidance lately. They gave me somebody else's package. Big time oops, because inside, there's a new iPhone! Someone with far fewer scruples could have made out like a bandit. But, I mean, how would I feel if someone got a package worth that much intended for me and they kept it? That wouldn't feel good. So I don't want to give that kind of feeling to anybody else. It's just the right thing to do. I wish more people did the right thing, even when the right thing wasn't as obvious. If it's not yours, it's not yours. If you want good to come back to you, you got to put good out there. I believe that fundamentally. You can't focus on negativity, because then that's all you're going to see. If your entire life is viewed through the lens of fear, that's all you'll ever experience. Period. Even if good things were in front of you, you won't see them. Ever. Because you're looking through the lens of fear. You're seeing negativity instead of thinking of positive outcomes. Even when negative things happen to you. This is something that I constantly have to remind myself too. Sometimes it can be frustrating, certainly when I'm going through an experience, but when I realize that things don't happen to me, things happen for me or through me, life's a little easier. Just so happened to look down. Oh, wow. For those keeping score, that is the fourth 144 reference that I've had in the past week. Rocket. Dude. Well, at least it was a tag. So I'm live streaming on Twitch, and suddenly, in chat, I'm telling them about this 144 thing. Toxic Doom brings up the fact that right now is day 144 in the year 2024. Tech Jeeper follows up and says, it's the 144th day. So right now, I'm discovering it's the fifth time. The fifth time. As I'm like streaming this live. The fifth time. 5. That 144 is coming up organically. The universe is screaming at me as I'm screaming at it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not trying to agitate you at all. I just appreciate knowing that whatever the hell it is I'm doing is the right thing. So apparently me streaming on Twitch right now is the right thing to do. Even though I'm always, streaming, really. 24/7. That's the StreamYard sponsored video behind me. Which obviously is just me right now. Is it a little weird? Chrisception here? Oh, wait, hang on. No, I was trying to move over because there's like 3 Chris's. Too many Chris's. What if there were 144 Chris's? Actually, CNoob76 was the one who pointed out. All right, so credit where credit is due. May 23rd! It's today! That sticker could not have been good for you, Rocket. Fine. Eat the whole thing. I don't care. No. Clean up. You're not done. Go back. There you go. Finish it up. This is disappointing. Thrifting. There was a time when I thrifted every day. It was so much fun. And very, very affordable. I mean, for older items. I was able to get a lot of the Star Wars stuff that I might have missed the first time around, and certainly at a discount. But now, after having not thrifted regularly for years, popping in, taking a look at the prices, I'm not going to say they've doubled, but they've come close to doubling. And I'll tell you that what's there, typically now, is overpriced for old stuff. Like junk. And I understand one man's trash is another man's treasure. That's the beauty of thrifting. But, there's no way I would spend $8, $9 on a bag of toys as opposed to spending $3 to $5 for the same bag. And that's not to say that if there was something inside that I really, really wanted, I wouldn't get it. But it's eliminating that impulse buy inclination. I don't know. Everything's gone up. Everything. That's disappointing. It's hard to find a good deal these days. Anywhere. For anything. Well, at least I now have 3D printing. This took less than a day. A BB-8. So I'll be printing many, many, many more of them in various color combinations.